Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long before 1975, a YouTuber is on the rise, reviewing games and sometimes friends, but Long Boys Bros 1975.
Hey YouTube, when was post 1975? Yeah, there's a question down there. YouTube's copyright policy. Were you affected by the changes? And my biggest problem with Google is this. They don't keep us, their customers, you know, informed enough of what they do. Now, it's 19th of November. That means a couple of things. It means the doomsday scenario has been, averted. It means the comet has passed us by, or it either means I'm properly pissed on my chips and daring to talk about this too soon, because Google or YouTube land is a humongous place. So maybe whatever was put in place, it just takes a while for it to trickle down, the grapevine, and find these needles in the of copyright copyright infringement material. I'll learn to talk in a minute. I just got back from work. There is the needle in the haystack of what is this massive video sharing network. It also means that it wasn't as bad as we thought it would be. I myself, I feared big changes. Maybe they are still to come. I mean, I checked today's 18th, 19th. I checked yesterday when I got back from work, but obviously dependent upon the time difference between us and when these things were implemented in North America, I guess, it didn't mean that I was out of the line of fire. So am I safe right now? I don't know. I've checked my videos. Everything seems to be in order. I don't seem to have any problems whatsoever. But I have heard a few things of people talking about that. They haven't had strikes, but videos that have been up for absolutely years, excuse me, have got notifications saying they're not suitable in some countries. Could be a coincidence. It may not. I mean, a few people have PM'd me and said, dude, this video's been up for like 3-4 years, and it's happened now that we've gone by the 18th. As I said, that doesn't necessarily mean it's because of this, because things like that just happen. But I've had a quick look around on YouTube, and as I said, my understanding of this was it was music companies getting really pissed off with people using music, which I understand on certain videos, maybe, I don't know, gameplays or not, or maybe little edited montage clips or stuff like that, which is fair comment. And maybe it wasn't going to be as bad for those of us who don't have advertising on our videos. But I had a quick look on YouTube land, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you just would think, well, surely because this has videos on it, this would be a massive infringement of copyright material. I saw entire episodes of Steptoe and Son. I saw Armageddon. Again, that movie's up in about fucking 25 different locations. I saw entire seasons of Porridge, Open on Hours, Sanford and Son, King of Queens, Frasier, music by Eminem, and music by Roxette. These are just quick little searches I was having, and lots of these had, not all of them, but lots of these had, adverts placed upon them. So you would think that these would be taken down. Maybe I'm speaking a little bit too soon, but I just thought, if this rollout was as big as it was supposed to be, again though, we had very little on it. It was just hushed tones, very sort of poor information, and I know a lot of the networks didn't really fear it. Was the advice they gave, or didn't give any advice to the people on their their network programs. But yeah, I don't know. As I said, maybe it's too soon, maybe it's not. But as I said, a few people have talked about that they have had videos blocked in certain countries that have been up for years after this date, which may or may not been a coincidence. But yeah, I'm just curious, and I'd like to know, have any of you had any problems with this? Now, my big beef with Google, and it's always been this, and it's been on every layout change, it's been on every sort of process change, and everything they've ever done. Excuse me again. Why don't you just tell us? Why don't you just say, this is what's going to happen? Because it was, everything he ever seems to do, it just seems to be kind of whispers in the dark. If you say, right, these changes are coming on this day, people can remove all these videos, or, videos that have adverts on it, which would be the ones I guess they would go after. And then any other video that they had that was completely and utterly fine, their channel would still exist, they would have adverts on it, Google would make money out of it. I don't understand why they've always had this attitude of they just keep us entirely in the dark. Isn't it in their best interest to be completely and upfront, or do they really have this attitude of, you know, with Google, don't you dare question us, we don't have to tell you anything, we just know best. Even if they are cutting their nose off to spite their faces, that basically they just don't feel the need to trickle this information down. Because as I said, you know, even those of us who aren't, you know, partnered or don't have monetization on our videos, some videos just get it slapped on for some reason. You know, pretty much everyone has some of Google's hand in the pie when it comes to making the money. Why can't they ever just tell us what the fuck is going on? Isn't that in our own best interests? Anyway, what I would really like to know, and I'm pretty sure I may have pissed up my chips royally by putting this up now, any of you been affected? Have any of you had strikes? Have any of you had videos taken down? You know, anything? You know, they may or may not be coincidence, but it has happened after this sort of, you know, trickle over date. I would really like to know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.